had to laugh today as I was having my personal devotions and reading the 15th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. I believe in the inspired Word of God, and I also believe that the accounts, the events, the teachings are placed in a special order for our instructions. The chapter begins with the Pharisees coming to Jesus and saying, "You're disciples and you don't keep the traditions of the law." And Jesus responds by pointing the finger back and said, "Well, you don't keep the commandments." And then he goes on to say, it's not what goes into the mouth, but it's what comes out of the heart that defiles the man. When his disciples got him alone, they looked at him and he said, "Do you know that you offended them with your words?" That is followed by Jesus immediately leaving the area and going up to Sidon and Tyre. And a woman who was not a Hebrew, a Canaanite woman, the ESV says, comes and says, "Lord, heal my daughter." She was yelling. Jesus was not paying any attention. The disciples said, "Send her away. She's making a ruckus here." She continued to yell, "Lord!" And finally, Jesus turns to her and says, "It's not right for meat to be and bread to be cast before dogs." And the woman said, "Yes, Lord, but even dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table." That's when I started laughing, because right across in my Bible, the question, the comment about offending the Pharisees paralleled the woman's reply, "Yes, Lord." And I could picture the Pharisees with their grim faces being very offended when they should have been listening to the words of Jesus. And then the woman, that we would say those words that Jesus spoke were very offensive. But she didn't take it that way. I wonder, are we offended by the teachings of Jesus? Are we ever offended by his words or his actions? Ouch. Or are we like that woman, filled with joy because we passed the test of faith? God bless you and make you a blessing.